Hey everyone, welcome back to Rev Games Academy. In this tutorial, we are diving into animating doors, objects, and UI elements in Unity. Whether you're opening doors automatically, making objects bounce or rotate, or adding cool hover effects to your UI buttons, this video will cover it all step by step. Let's get started. All right, first, let's import two assets from the Unity Assets Store to set up our environment for animating objects. The first one is the Kinematic Character Controller. This is a free asset that includes a 3D capsule character, perfect for what we need. Simply click Add to My Assets. The second one is Metal Door, which is also free. Of course, if you have a better door asset in mind, feel free to use that instead. Now, let's import these assets into our Unity project. Open the Package Manager from the menu bar under Window and then Package Manager. In the window, switch to the My Assets tab and search for Kinematic Character Controller. Download it, and once that's done, click Import to bring it into the project. Next, search for the Metal Door asset. Again, download it if you haven't already, and then import it into the project. Once imported, you'll find these assets in the Assets folder in the project window. Let's start by running the Kinematic Character Controller scene to make sure everything is working correctly. This looks great. The objects and movement feel smooth, making this an ideal setup for our 3D animations. First, we need to find a wall or something similar where we can place this door. Let's move around the scene. This spot looks good. Adjust the scene view for a better perspective. Placing the door here makes sense. And it's going to look great in the environment. All right, let's position our doors in the scene and make the adjustments. Now, let's check out the Metal Door asset. Perfect, it's all here, including the door prefabs we'll need. Time to set this up in our 3D scene. Adjust the scene view for a better perspective. Placing the door here makes sense. And it's going to look great in the environment. All right, let's position our doors in the scene and make the adjustments. Let's start by selecting both the door and its frame, then drag them into the scene and position them perfectly. I'll set the frame as the parent object so we can easily adjust everything together. Now let's rotate it, adjust its size, tweak the scale, and move it closer to the wall. Once it's perfectly placed, we're ready to start animating. First, check the pivot point of the door. It's best if the pivot is on the left side of the door for smooth rotation. Luckily, this prefab already has its pivot at the bottom left corner. If yours doesn't, make sure to set it there. It's crucial for the animation. Next, we need to determine the correct axis for rotation. For this door, it's the Z-axis. Open the animation window, select the door object, and click Create to make a new animation clip. Save it with a name like Door Open. Once created, click Add Property, select Transform, and choose Rotation. Now set the ZX rotation in the last frame to 90 degrees for the correct direction. I'm just going to adjust the view. Play the preview to confirm it's perfect. Don't forget to enable keyframe recording to save your changes. Good, we have created the door open animation. Now let's create the closing animation. From the clip dropdown, select Create New Clip. Name it Door Close and save it. Do the same for close animation creation. For the door to close, the first frame should start at -90 degrees on the ZXX, open state, and the last frame should return to 0 degrees, closed state. Play the preview to ensure it's correct, then save this recording. Both animations are now ready. One more thing, these animations are looping by default, which we don't want. In the project window, find the animation clips, select them, and uncheck loop time for both. Lastly, we need to add collision to the door. Without a collider, the player can walk right through it. Since it's a mesh, simply add a mesh collider component to the door. And you're good to go. Next, let's check out the Animator. Go to Project Window. Let's open the Animator. Double-click the door's Animator controller to view it in the Animator window. Here you'll see the doors open and close animations already added. We want the door to start in an idle state and only play the open animation when the player comes near it. First, right-click in the Animator window, create a new state, and name it Idle. Set it as the default state by right-clicking on it and selecting Set as Layer Default State. You'll notice it turns orange, indicating it's now the entry state. With that done, the animations are set up perfectly. Next, we'll make the door open automatically when the player approaches it. To achieve this, we need to create a trigger zone near the door to detect the player. Let's set that up. All right, let's set this up quickly. First, go to the hierarchy and click the plus icon to create a 3D cube object. Place it near the door and adjust its size and position to fit as a trigger zone. Make sure it's properly aligned with the door. Next, go to the Box Collider component and enable the Is Trigger option. This will allow the player to pass through the cube without colliding. This cube will act as a trigger zone to detect when the player approaches the door. To make it visually distinct, let's change its material. I'll apply a transparent material like this water material. Looks good and doesn't obstruct the view. Let's set up the trigger zone around the door perfectly to detect when the player approaches. Resize it to fit the area. Fast forwarding a bit. Then adjust its position carefully to align with the door. Now it's placed properly. I'm going to change the name as trigger zone like that. Let's move on to coding the trigger zone for detecting when the player enters. First, create a script on the trigger zone object and name it whatever you like. Click and open it. Let's start the simple coding. Start by removing the default functions. Now, we need a reference to the door animator. Declare that first. Then type the onTriggerEnter function. This gets called when any object enters our trigger zone. The other parameter represents the triggering object. Here, I'll add an if condition to check if the object has the tag player. If it does, we'll play the door open animation using a simple line of code from the Animator. Next, for when the player exits the trigger zone exit function will handle that. copy and paste the previous code, but this time, trigger the door close animation. That's it. This straightforward code will handle everything. Now go back to Unity. In the script, assign the door animator reference. Lastly, ensure the player has the proper tag. Select the player object, go to the tag list, and set it to player. Now hit the play button and let's test it. Let's go to our door. Let's check out our door now. Look at that. Opening smoothly, and now it's closing perfectly. Let's try going back again. Flawless. That's it. We nailed it. Great job. I've removed the water material from the trigger zone for the clear view. Now that we've learned about animating an automatic door using collider triggers, we covered setting up, creating animations, adjusting the animator, and adding trigger logic with a simple script. Thanks for watching. Stay creative, happy animating, and see you in the next part for 3D object and UI element animations.